What's up everybody, this is Amandeep Singh from Dead Inside and welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how not to be broke. More than 55% of the Canadians are living from paycheck to paycheck, which means if you walk out of your house right now and look towards your neighbors, 6 out of 10 neighbors may not even have $1,000 in their account in case any financial emergency arises. It doesn't matter where you live in Canada, but this is the reality of Canada. So many Canadians put a lot of stress on luck when it comes to success. I mean, I myself talk to so many Canadians and they're like, he may be lucky, or he must have inherited some of the wealth from his parents, or he may be lucky in his business. I mean, if that is the case, why 88% of the millennials are self-made? We can spend rest of our life by looking into the advantages that other people have, or you can use the same time understanding how to use the money the right way, and that way you'll be able to build your wealth. If you're not happy with the amount of money that you're making, it means you got to do something about it. Look yourself in the mirror and ask why you're not making enough money. Do you lack some sort of qualifications? Do you lack some sort of skills? Is there a job that kind of underpays you? I mean, if you're not making the money that you want, you got to stop complaining and start doing something about it. If you're not willing to learn a new skill, then start searching from another job that pays you more than what you're earning now. Maybe do a side hustle or a kind of business that kind of supplements your income. There was a time when I worked starting 7 a.m. in the morning until midnight. I mean, it's hard, but it's the sacrifice that you're willing to put in today that's going to generate you a better income for tomorrow. So if you're working really hard just to drive a better car and to buy a bigger home, then my friend, you are putting yourself on a much thinner line. You got to work more harder for their payments, for the bigger house and a better cars at the same time. I have seen some people who are making a big chunk of money, but they're still broke because if they're earning $100,000, they're spending $100,000. They're living a life from paycheck to paycheck. There are around 4 things that I'm going to talk about today, and if you follow those, I'm pretty sure you guys will never be broke. So the first thing is your mindset. The second thing I'm going to talk about is grow your money. The number third is you got to avoid the money traps. And the fourth one is net zero. So I'm going to start with the very first one in detail, in a little detail, not a whole lot. It is your mindset. Recently, probably a month ago, I was at a gas station. There's a guy that I kind of saw, and he was kind of panicking a little bit because what I believe was he was kind of buying a lottery tickets of $150. I mean, it's good to buy a lottery ticket, but you do not want to spend your entire money on the lottery ticket thinking that you'll win a lottery and you're going to be a millionaire. I mean, the chance of becoming a millionaire in that way is very, very rare. But I mean, that's not the right mindset to be wealthy and be rich. So you got to change your mindset and you got to invest your money in the right way. Second point I'm going to talk about is the money traps, which is my favorite. I have a friend of mine who recently bought a $2,000 iPhone, and I was like, you bought a $2,000 iPhone, man. Congratulations. You must have paid $2,000 straight in lump sum. And he was like, no, because I cannot afford it because I just have $500 in my account. I'm like, why are you buying a thing that you cannot afford? And he said, I cannot afford an iPhone, but I can afford the EMI. And he considers that he's paying a 0% APR on the iPhone. And then the next month he kind of buys a $5,000 laptop, which he cannot afford. And he is now paying probably of $80 for his iPhone, $200 for his laptop. I mean, try to buy the things that you can afford. You can afford their value, but not the EMI. In that way, if you buy the iPhone first and then you buy a laptop and then you buy something and this money trap goes on and on and on and on and on, and you never become wealthy. Point number 3, which says grow your money. So the question arises, how are you going to grow your money? So the answer is very, very simple. Instead of buying any liabilities, you got to buy the assets, which means something that may generate your passive income. There's a guy whom I have met, and he was a huge fan of Mercedes and BMW. And he said he always wants to buy a BMW, and he's like, why would I buy a BMW? Because I mean, I like it, but I gotta make additional source of income. So once I have my passive income generated, I'm gonna put that money into the EMI of BMW, which makes sense. But buying a BMW when you do not have any source of passive income is again gonna put you in a trap, and you gotta kind of working hard and harder and harder to pay for the complete price of your BMW. So you gotta make sure. I mean, I've seen people who buy everything but their liabilities just to make rich, but actually they're not rich. They're actually product rich. They kind of try to look rich, but in their bank account they are broke. So you got to be very, very careful when you buy any of the liability. Make sure that you buy assets first, generate income from your assets, and put those money if you want to buy a BMW or any other car for their EMI. And that way you're not paying anything out of your pocket. It's now comes the concept number 4, which is called net zero. You gotta stop living the life of net zero, which means if you have $100,000 in the account and the goal is to spend $100,000, you are broke. Even if you have 1 million in your account and the goal is to spend all of them, guess what? You're still broke. So you got to stop living the life from paycheck to paycheck. Make sure you're investing your money wisely and spending it on assets and not liabilities. So these are the 4 things that I wanted to share with you, and I hope you guys must have liked my video. If you want videos like these, hit the like button, subscribe my channel, and comment below. I'll try to come up with certain things that kind of help you in investing and making you build wealth. Till then, take care guys.